This team is headed places. This team has goals.
We've got some dogs in this group.
Everything they put in front of us, we attack. That's all we know what to do.
You guys understand this coaching staff loves you. You understand that, right?
Turn that down, Super!
The Razorbacks are 1-0 heading into week 2, and that's how we begin on Razorback Football with Sam Pittman. We're glad you're with us. The Hogs rally in the second half. They beat Rice 38-17, and Coach, nice to be 1-0 after one Saturday.
Well, it is. I mean, there was a lot of times in that game you're going, I hope we do, hope we are, but the kids did a nice job of playing in the second half and coming back, and I think we did a better job of coaching too,
Everyone displayed poise. I know there was, there were nerves. Let's face it, when you're down 17-7, there are nerves, but there was also poise. Bishop returns the kick, and all of a sudden you've got some new life.
Yeah, we got back in, and then we did something on offense, and then the defense started. I thought the pass rush really affected Rice, and, we've got some good edge rushers, and I thought that affected them. They threw it up to us, and Cat got a couple of them, Mo got one, and then the offense was able to take over a little bit more.
It does seem like when the defense can put pressure on a quarterback, that's when all the good things happen.
It really does, and we we not only can put pressure, but we've got D linemen that can run, and so if he does somehow get outside the pocket, they can run him down. I know Torian Carter had a really good play running from the inside out tonight as well.
You mentioned Cattle on defense. On the other side, I think about Traylon Smith. Had a great ball game for you, went over 100 yards and got some tough yards.
Smitty did. I mean, he got the yards because he is tough, but I thought overall our offensive line played pretty good, and I think we're running the ball for over a couple of 100 yards, and I think we're a lot better team when KJ Jefferson runs the football, and I think it helps him with the passing game too. But I thought Traylon did a nice job.
Well, as you might imagine, plenty of highlights as we move through the half hour. Hogs win it by 21, and we'll continue on Razorback Football with Sam Pittman after this.
Razorback Football with Sam Pittman is brought to you by Pepsi. Nothing goes better with watching Razorback Football than an ice-cold Pepsi. Pepsi, proud sponsor of Razorback Football. Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Live fearless. Taco Bell, proud sponsor of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Downstream Resort. Enjoy the ultimate entertainment getaway as you live every moment at Downstream Resort.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Another rock and roll weekend.
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
On game day, the Hogs leave it all on the field. But with best-in-class towing and payload, plus the power of a mobile generator, you can take it all with you, too. The 2021 Ford F-150 and the Razorbacks, built for greatness. Now get 0% financing or 0,000 cash back on F-150, official truck of Arkansas. Woo Pig Suey.
We put faith in our vehicles to connect us. We understand how important it is to have transportation you can rely on. So no matter what the road ahead brings, we'll be there, offering you and your family the support that's made Farm Bureau Insurance a trusted name for over 70 years. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
Hold up, are you dreaming on a talk show with Lil Nas X? Boom. Enough about me. Let's talk about Lex. X might just be better. There's only one delicious reason to wave the perfect dream farewell. The sooner you wake, the sooner you'll get toasted breakfast burritos. Only at Taco Bell.
introduce you to our head hog, somebody that needs no introduction. Help me welcome Coach Sam Pittman.
Well, good morning back to you guys. Thank you so much. Hey, when I was at Canton High School, Canton High School in Canton, Oklahoma, I played in the band. And thank you. And as you can look and see, I was a tuba player. And there was a guy named David Smith. Can you hear me? There was a guy named David Smith. And we'd compete, you know, trying to see who first chair, second chair, and so forth. Well, I was consistent second chair tuba player at Canton High School. Now, there was 2 of us, but, and that's the truth. So was I second last? I prefer I was second chair. But anyway, the value and what y'all bring to the whole university, not just football, but the whole university is incredible. And you know, last year when we walked out there, y'all weren't there. You know, we went through the side, and part of my game day experience, my own, was to run through the A. I've never done that before as a head coach, and I was, you know, I'm very excited to do that.
Oh man, I'm excited. You know, there's nothing like full capacity, having the fans out there, the cheerleaders, you know, just the real football environment. You know, it's finally back, and I'm excited, man.
SEC, that's what I think of. I think of, this is why you came here to play. This is why you came to Arkansas. You came to Arkansas to play in front of a state that loves football. They love to be here.
What's it going to be like to have, you know, I guess what you call a pregame pageantry? You can run through the A. I mean, how much are you looking forward to running through the A? And doing
Bob, if I can get through that A ahead of everybody, it'll be a win right there. It'll be an early win. But it's going to be unbelievable. I mean, it just is. I mean, imagine you're head coach at Arkansas, you're leading your team out through the A. That's a thrill, man. So I'm really looking forward to it.
I think it's going to be a very big opportunity just to showcase what we've been working on in front of all the fans of the state. And also having the real home field advantage with just the hog call going on.
Be able to play and get that full experience and hearing the crowd go completely silent when you're at another place, like another team's place, or you're hearing the crowd erupt on 3rd and down and short or 4th and short here. It really does mean a lot to me to be able to go back to 100% and just be able to get the crowd going.
Everybody wants to see the Hogs play, and it's gonna be right.
Razorback Football with Sam Pittman is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, local agents and adjusters, great rates, friendly service. By Ford and the Ford F-150, official truck of the Arkansas Razorbacks, built Ford tough. Stevens, capitalize on independence. And by Walmart, save money, live better. Walmart.
If you like Arkansas football, then you love to win. Downstream Resort is the place for winners and is known as the resort destination for all Arkansas fans. 374 of the most luxurious hotel rooms. 6 dining options, including the world-famous Red Oak Steakhouse. Eagle Creek Golf Course tested by the legendary John Daly. Downstream is one of the nation's best resorts, and it's only a short drive away. The excitement of Las Vegas, only better. Come on, Arkansas fans, make the short drive to Downstream. Your destination resort is waiting.
Here's to the fearless fight. The comeback. The battle against all odds. For some, it's taking the first step. For others, it's forging a new path. A chance to prove to ourselves what we're really made of. And with the name trusted in insurance for more than 70 years, even a battered spirit can come back stronger. Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Live fearless.
The Live Better You program basically just provides the answer to the question, what if? With Live Better You, my what ifs were erased.
From the start of each day to when the day grows dark, we see that spark. We see it in your smile, your style. We see it in your heart. Thank you for sharing your spark.
Love where you live and play at an apartment, community, or golf course managed by Lindsay Management Company. Affordable apartments with community amenities including golf courses, fitness centers, tanning beds, playgrounds, and resort-style swimming pools at select locations. Are you looking to buy or sell your home and want an experienced agent to guide you through the process? Lindsay & Associates has been serving the community and bringing great neighbors together for over 45 years. Lindsay, #1 in apartments, golf, and real estate.
This segment of Razorback Football with Sam Pittman is brought to you by Dillard's, the style of your life.
Time, the moment we've been waiting on.
Jefferson, off play action, going to keep it on a quarterback keeper inside the 20, inside the 10, KJ to the 5, touchdown Arkansas! 34 yards for the first touchdown of the season.
Well, that's what the big fella can do right there. When things break down in the passing game, you've got to account for the quarterback, and Rice did not account for the quarterback.
Spotted right in the middle of the field on the 15-yard line. Good snap, good hold. Riccatelli's kick this time is good. Rice is on the board. Pump fake. Wants to throw deep. Now the protection breaks down. Rolling right. Got to get rid of it. Throws short, and it's intercepted. 4:23 to play in the half. Green's under center. Gives it to the tailback, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Well, Coach, we've seen the first half. I know it wasn't exactly what you wanted. What do you talk to your team about after a half like that?
Well, I just talked to the offense about being tough. You know, I thought we didn't block on the perimeter well. I didn't think we blocked out of the backfield well. It looked like we were not able to catch the ball, afraid we might get hit, whatever it may be, whatever the reasons are. I just didn't think we played physical, tough football. I was disappointed in that. And on the defense, I was pleased with the defense. You know, we still have too many penalties, and then we got a punt block. So it wasn't a very good half. But I talked about our mental toughness, and that if you want something bad enough, you got to go get it, and you got to go after it as a unit. And I felt like we did.
It's a team game. Field position's a big part of it. Your defense had their back to the wall more than once, and really kept Rice from gaining any more momentum than they got.
They really did, and I thought they did a great job of holding those points down and keeping us in the game. I mean, they kept us in the game in the first half. Our defense did, and because of offense, I don't know, we went 3 and out maybe 3 or 4 times in a row, and we were backed up and couldn't get a good return, and just wasn't very good, but I thought our defense really kept us in the ball game.
When your back's to the wall, when you're in the shadow of your own goalpost, it's kind of how football works. That's when the defense, you know, they smell the blood and tee off right there, it seems like.
I mean, you know, Coach Odom had a great game plan with them, and they believe in him, and they run the football and play hard, and I thought they tackled pretty well.
You could see in the first half that pattern developing along your defensive line, rotating players, and I wonder in the back of your mind if you felt like that would pay dividends for you later in the game.
Going into the game, we knew that we had 8 that we could rotate, really 9 that we could rotate, and of course on third down, we want our best pass rushers in there, but for the most part we did that. You know, we had 4 plays and rotate and kept them fresh, and it was hot out there as you could see because you know Rice had several guys cramp up and things of that nature, but we just had a little bit more depth and probably wore them down at the end of the game.
Well, the Razorbacks were able to come from behind in the second half, 31 unanswered points. And we're going to get to those highlights and talk more about the victory over Rice when we continue on Razorback Football with Sam Pittman.
Razorback Football with Sam Pittman is brought to you by Vold Vision, the official eye care provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Cox, proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics. Visit Cox.com for exclusive offers. By Arvest Bank, member FDIC. And by Mercy, the official hospital of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Remember that mammogram you postponed? The colonoscopy? Your yearly physical? Now's the time to get it done. Mercy is ready with COVID-19 safety precautions in place at all hospitals and clinics. So let's take care of that achy hip, the follow-up with your specialist. Plan for your safe visit at mercy.net/yoursafety. Go to mercy.net/yoursafety. At Mercy, your life is our life's work.
Ay, that's fake, mi amor. Ice cream? Yeah! Okay.
Protect your connected devices with advanced security included with Cox Panoramic Wi-Fi.
When did too big to fail replace too smart to fail? When did trend overtake truth? When did putting clients first stop being second nature? For us, never.
You can't take a risk in any investment that if it goes wrong and you lose it all, that you endanger the ability of the firm to survive. And that's really what Wall Street forgot.
So when do you want to learn more about Stephens, one of the country's most successful investment banking firms?
Hold up, are you dreaming you on a talk show with Lil Nas X? Boom. Enough about me. Let's talk about Lex.
This segment of Razorback Football with Sam Pittman is brought to you by Vold Vision, the official eye care provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Play action fake. Green, he's going to throw deep, got a man wide open. Completed the 5 into the end zone. Touchdown, Rice. Van Sickle approaches the football. It's end over end. Bishop at the 2-yard line. Right side's going to return it. Out across the 10 to the 15. Stutter steps. Looks to get outside the numbers. Does. He's at the 30. Stays on his feet. They're going to run him out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Gets the snap. Going to throw off play action. Deep down the left sideline. Pass is caught. Jefferson gets the snap. Play action. Now he's going to tuck it and run at the goal line. Jefferson. Touchdown, Arkansas. The second rushing touchdown for KJ today from 5 yards this time. Just to tie the ball game. A good snap. Bauer gets it down. The kick is on the way, and the kick is good. Cam Little. Smith straight ahead, touchdown Arkansas. Roll the pocket to the left, KJ's gonna throw, back of the end zone, complete, touchdown Arkansas, Tyson Morris. They give it to Dominique, touchdown Arkansas. And the Razorbacks have opened up a 3-touchdown lead. Coach, it is nice at the end of the ball game to gather your team, go to the students, have the band, sing the fight song. That's a good feeling.
It's a great feeling, you know, as mad or upset or worried as I was when the buzzer went off and we had the lead. It was such a relief, and then to see the fans or the student section so happy, it was a lot of fun.
Was there a point in the third quarter, perhaps on Bishop's kickoff return, maybe on a defensive play, where you felt like we're going to be okay?
Not until we got up, when we went up 14, I felt like, you know, there wasn't a whole lot of time left. We'd done a nice job of milking the clock on offense, taking our time, and then scored. I thought that was really big. About that time, I thought it would, then the defense went out, and I believe picked another one, and then we took our time. We weren't trying to run the score up on them. We just he had 3 timeouts left, so I just didn't know if he's going to use them or not.
You had a couple of unfortunate incidences in the ball game. Morgan, Poole. I'm not going to ask you about the calls, but I am going to ask you about the 2 guys that had to come in and take their place. Parker and Henry played well today, and all of a sudden they had full afternoons.
You know, we've got to work on that. You know, I was really proud of Parker. You know, I'm not positive he could have done that a year ago. Maybe he could have, but I was really proud of the way he played out there. You know, Hayden actually didn't get to play in the first half today because of the Alabama game last year, and so you know, they're all at the same spot. We've got to work on that. We've got to get better there because, you know, obviously we don't want to target anybody. We're not trying to, but they have replay on it and things happen. But we've got to get it. We got to get our head out of there.
Your defensive players, I think about the 2 transfers from Missouri, your defensive line, the rotation. You got a lot of production out of those guys.
I like them. They work hard. I think they've helped us tremendously and helped us in work ethic. And I think Dorian Gerald's coming along, and I like the way he's playing. And I like the way all those guys are playing. They play hard, and they know they have a major role. And hopefully we'll get Ridgeway back next week.
One thing that was noticeable down the stretch in the second half, you've talked about developing a physical football team. You could see that physicalness, I think, begin to pay dividends.
I think so, and you know, part of what we do is we try to wear you out, you know, and it worked today. Thank goodness it did, but it worked today. We have so much to get better at, and that's coaching included. And I'm talking about me, not the assistants. But I think we'll do that because we're all hungry to get better.
Coach, it's always good to be with you.
It was my pleasure.
When we come back from the break, Jalen Catalon's going to join us. 11 tackles, 2 picks, so stay with us. Razorback Football with Sam Pittman returns in just a moment.
Razorback Football with Sam Pittman is brought to you by Lindsay, #1 in apartments, golf, and real estate. By Dillard's, the style of your life. Pepsi. Nothing goes better with watching Razorback football than an ice-cold Pepsi. Pepsi, proud sponsor of Razorback Football. And by Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Live fearless.
Program basically just provides the answer to the question, what if? With Live Better You, my what ifs were erased.
From the start of each day to when the day grows dark, we see that spark. We see it in your smile, your style. We see it in your heart. Thank you for sharing your spark.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Another rock and roll weekend.
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
Independence, the ability to think freely. It allows you to tell truth from trend, to put clients first, to take the long view.
We're privately owned. We don't have public shareholders, and that's the very significant difference between ourselves and other firms.
Since 1933, Independence has made Stephens one of the country's most successful investment banking firms. Feel free then to learn more about us.
We're glad you're back on Razorback Football with Sam Pittman, and we are joined by Jalen Catalon at 11 tackles, 2 picks in the ball game. And Jalen, first, congratulations, and how much fun was it to just be out on the field again today?
It was great. It was good to have the fans back rocking the stadium. They were excellent today, and they picked us up when we needed it. And it was just a good environment. I mean, this is where you live for moments like this, so I'm just glad that we were able to play to a full stadium again.
It's a team game, and not everybody's going to be playing well at the same time. When the offense struggled in the first half, the defense kind of kept the team in the game. What was the conversation among the defensive unit on what you needed to do then?
We just told the offense to relax. We got y'all's back. You know, y'all going to figure it out. But until then, we're going to keep doing our thing, you know. And I think the defense never flinched. We never panicked at all. And the offense saw how confident we were in them. And eventually they started getting some spark plays. And then KJ had some touchdown runs. And then after that, everything started falling together in the right pieces. So that just shows you that we can handle adversity pretty well when we all stick together and be a unit.
2 picks. The first one came after the deflection by Utsey. As a defensive back or as a defensive player, you're always taught if you can't get to the quarterback, get those arms up. He did. How important was that play at that point in the ball game for you?
I think it was very important. I think that kind of changed the game, you know, the momentum play that we needed for sure. And I credit Utsey, like I said, for getting his hands up. And after that, like Coach said, tips and overthrows, you got to have them. So I think it was just it was an excellent play by Utsey. I'm just glad I was in the right spot. And then I credit the defense for getting pressure and my teammates for blocking for me to get that far down the field.
When it's 17-7, they kick off. Bishop gives you a nice return. The offense puts some things together. It was fun to watch them come off the field, watch the defensive guys meet them, because it kind of felt like at that point things were going to be okay.
Most definitely, yeah. That return by Bishop was really big for us, and I think the offense reacted to that and realized we got to get something going. And Timo had a really good catch, and then after that, I mean, everything started happening one by one, and everything started coming together. And then I think the defense saw that, and we realized that, look, we got to get some stops because the offense started to do their thing. So we did that, and we came out to win.
Now, you know that everybody in Arkansas is going to be talking about the Texas game coming up on Saturday. You hail from the Lone Star State, so I'm going to ask you about that and a little bit about what it might mean to you.
To me, I mean, you're playing against your own state, so, I mean, it definitely means something. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's just another game. You know, I'm going to treat it like that. I know it's huge for Arkansas, and it's huge for me, but at the same time, I'm going to come with the same mindset as I did this week. You know, I'm going to prepare the same way. I'm going to look at them the same way as just, you know, they're a really good football team, but at the same time, I feel like we do our part, and the offense and defense just do their assignments, and we clean up the mistakes we had today. I think it's going to be a 4-quarter game. We can come out with the win for sure, but got to keep going.
It's fun to watch you play. Thanks for being with us. A couple
Yes,
of interceptions in the ball game. Jalen actually is wrapping the show up today. We want to remind you that the Hogs and the Horns are going to play at 6 o'clock Saturday night. It's going to be on ESPN, and then we're right back here next week for more Razorback Football with Sam Pittman.
This has been a presentation from Learfield,